on space at all.
I know.
She's just like,
So go for it.
so you guys requested a walk around the vehicle, and here we are 2 months after, and we're doing it. Finally. Only took 2 months. What are you gonna say?
Nothing, you said it all.
Yeah.
This is a 2013 Toyota LandCruiser 78 troop carrier built by Tom's Worldcruiser in Germany. We've wanted one of these since we started our drive around the world over 6 years ago. So when we were driving through Ecuador and one of these popped up in the UK with low miles, we dropped everything, then flew over the pond and bought it. We just moved in a week ago, so this will just be an overview of its features. First, we have a 9,500 pound winch and an LED light bar. From the factory, it comes with a raised air intake, also known as a snorkel. Attached to the airline rails, we have a couple traction boards that fold down into a table. On the back, we have a full-size spare and this really nice ladder. And on the top are two 150-watt solar panels and a huge storage compartment. The last owner installed this handy fold-down Land Rover step. On the passenger side, we have airline tracks, the fill port for the 25-gallon water tank, the electric hookup, and the fill for the two 24-gallon diesel tanks. And we have manual locking hubs. The engine is a 1HZ inline-6 diesel with an added turbo and German-made intercooler. Because there's no computer, electronics, or emission systems, you can run any type of diesel. The electrical cables you see here are for the camper portion of the vehicle and the accessories in the cab. Here's your standard air compressor. And under here is a diesel engine and cab heater for Arctic conditions.
There's controls for the front winch. And this is the heater for the engine block. It also is a secondary cabin heater in case the back one goes out. There's a turbo gauge.
And here are the factory gauges for the diesel tanks.
One of our favorite aspects of the vehicle. This brings back memories. Manually adjusting mirrors. Written in Arabic.
We have manually adjusting heat controls.
That brings back memories too. Here we have your nice old school e-brake with an old school 5-speed transmission. This one they actually take out of an 80 series when they first get the brand new vehicle. They sell the old one and then add an 80 series because they're stronger. There's a manual transfer case. We have both front and rear locking differentials.
Vehicle immobilizer.
Gotta love that sound.
Besides space, another reason why Troopies are so popular for loaded touring is that they are a mid-size 1-ton vehicle. The payload from the factory is just above 2,000 pounds. One thing that I like about 70 series is they have solid steel bodies. It's that thick steel that they just don't make anymore. And who doesn't love a 1970s hood ornament? I mean, this just tops it off. After releasing the two straps on the inside, the top lifts right up.
And here we are in the living quarters and the kitchen. Here's our sink. We have diesel power or diesel heated hot water. This is our stove. We can pull this out and we can set it down over here on the outside if we wanted to cook outside. When inclement weather comes in, we cook inside. Kitchen gadgets and utensils here. Silverware, towels, and knives in there. Miscellaneous storage items for camping down here. 2 1-gallon propane tanks down here. all of our hoses and extra fittings for the vehicle, all of our fluids and anything that needs to be changed down in these two cupboards. All of our cooking utensils and supplies in here. All of our dried goods. And down here, we have a porta potty. We didn't ever use the one in the ambulance, so I doubt we're ever going to use this one. But we'll see, maybe in an emergency. And this one is being used for extra storage for hats and additional clothing that we're not going to be using right away. And this one is for extra blankets and pillows. We have 8 storage compartments up here. Most of these right now are being used for Caden's clothing, and the rest of them remain empty.
And where are we headed now? Later on this week?
Well, we're in Belgium right now, and this week we're going to be heading to Germany. We're going to take out one of these compartments and we're going to put another seat in. Actually, this part right here is my favorite part because it's our refrigerator. And it's a 35-liter refrigerator, but it also doubles as a freezer.
So they're going to add the seat and move that to the center.
Yes. So this is going to come here. They're going to take this out, and Caden's going to get an actual seat to sit in. And that will make me feel better as a mom.
One more thing is we have a shower. There's the hot water. There's the hose.
Yeah. We have a light here. Our first aid kit. Our Webasto heater. Light switch. And another light.
One thing that's nice to add is all those heaters run off diesel. So we've got 2 24-gallon diesel tanks, so we have basically endless heating.
We have numerous outlets throughout the vehicle. They're all UK adapters, so we have to get our own so that we can plug in. Yes, our global adapters so that we can plug in all of our US electronics.
And Caden's gonna set up the bed.
So there we go. We can sleep 2 up above and 2 down below.
All right, so that's it. Just a nice little overview. Maybe later on we get everything set. We get the new seat in. We kind of figure this thing out for a few months, and especially when we start going off-roading with it finally, then we'll probably do a more thorough review.
And this is our tiny home on wheels where we are living in about, I don't know, 10 square feet. It's tiny.
She doesn't like how small it is, I feel like. I feel like she doesn't like it. Simply because it's too small.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. We have to do acrobatics all around, all over the place, just to fit in the car.
But it's the only thing that's going to get us where we need to go.
And it's a good reason to stay limber and keep stretching.
I don't care what vehicle we buy, it still looks like this in the morning.